but so I'm born in Nigeria, so I come with a different lens. So coming here to the U.S. was interesting. I lived in San Francisco and then I lived in Oakland. And then my family told me we're going to move to Newark, and I didn't even know what Newark was. I didn't know how to pronounce it. They literally had to help me learn how to pronounce it. So I grew up in this, what you would kind of Clayton-like city, you know, where it was safe and peaceful, and there was lots of, you know, cows and horses all over the place. And you know, for the interesting thing is I graduated, my brother was extremely popular, and you know, I did well in my life and whatnot, but I never wanted to come back to the reunions. And I really didn't dig deep enough into why that was. I avoided the reunions for about 20 years. I moved out of state. When I came back, somebody contacted me and convinced me to go. And I remembered. I walked one step into the building that we used for the reunion, which as a child was used for KKK meetings. Oh. And it just broke my heart to sit there in there celebrating with amazing people from my high school that had no clue what I dealt with all my life. Walking home from my job at McDonald's and being called a nigger out the window of a car and being scared, 16 years old, walking home, and it's 1 o'clock in the morning after your shift and you don't know if you're safe. Just all my life, this nice, sweet town that you really could not ever point at something and say that is exactly a racist thing or a racist action. But so many microaggressions told me I was worthless. Mm-hmm. All my life, all I heard was I am worthless. If I wasn't white and I didn't have straight hair, I did not need to be dated by anybody in my school. That's just how it was, period, point blank. You were constantly compared and you weren't good enough. If you wanted to be a cheerleader, well, you didn't look the part, so you couldn't do that. So that's what I grew up with. And you know, I got out of that and I eventually moved to Hawaii, and my whole experience in Hawaii was very different. But coming back, you know, I got my master's here at St. Mary's and I became a school psychologist. I was so excited to get back into schools and actually help kids where I wasn't supported and I wasn't helped. The guidance counselor, you know, God bless him, I don't know where he was, you know, the whole time I was in school. And so as a school psychologist, my whole passion has been, and I've been in Acalanes, I've been in Las Lomas, I've been in Pittsburgh, I have been in Mount Diablo, I have been in all kinds of areas within the Contra Costa County, and I see a lot of the same things. And I don't mean this to be rude, but predominantly young, white, female staff. Mm-hmm. That's all you see in the school districts. Mm-hmm. And you guys don't look like our kids. Mm-hmm. And the kids can't look up to you and say, that's what I'm gonna be, because they can't recognize themselves in you. Mm-hmm. Make space for the kids. Mm-hmm. Make space for them to be themselves, to speak their truth, and stop doubting and questioning every little thing that comes out of their mouths. Mm-hmm. These kids they know, they can smell people who support them and believe in them. Mm-hmm. You don't even have to say a whole lot. They can tell. They know you without even having to know you. And my last position was at juvenile hall. And that was my best position. Interestingly enough, the kids were so excited because everybody that worked there wanted to be there. And that was the difference. You think at the schools, the people want to be there. Sometimes they really don't. They don't want to deal with the problems, with quote unquote the kids' problems or the parents' problems or whatever. But you guys, if you're educators, and I bet you a lot of you guys out here are educators, you have a job. Take it seriously. Your job is not only to do math, science, English, social studies. Your job is to grow people up in their character. They're with you.
Yes.
And
yes.
make it your business.
Yes.
To figure out what that is. Make it your business to offer their parents the support that the parents need. Please be careful what you do. Sometimes I think we box ourselves in and we say, hey, this is my job, and when I'm done with my job, I'm done. No, 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 no. Humanity is your job. One of the things I really appreciate seeing, my friend invited me here, right? And I thought, Clayton? Okay. I don't live here, so y'all don't know me. So. But I'm like 2 cities over, and I just really didn't know what to expect, and I'm really impressed. I'm really impressed with the signs because I didn't see one of these, colorblind, these very not woke signs, out here that really just kind of erase my existence. I really appreciate the time it took for you guys to really communicate what's on your heart, and I feel from your heart true support, and I just want to say that. But just as an educator, I want to point that out. One other thing I want to call out people on, I'm a Christian. I've been a Christian for 30 years, and I want to call out the white silence in the church. So many of us have heard all the pacifying scriptures that are given, love and this and that, and love one another, and God will, he loves us all, red, yellow, black, and white, we are precious in his sight. And all of that is true, but there is racism even within the church, and there's prejudice within the church. And when there isn't, and when it's just love, ignoring somebody's existence and ignoring somebody's experience is a sign of racism.
Yes.
So just know that when you're ignoring somebody's story, you're actually wounding them.
Yes.
And until you're willing to deal with the wound, people don't want to hear anything you have to say. And that's all I got to say.
Thank you.